And then sheep only eat where they're led to eat. That's safe. So I don't know how I got there, but there's some shoats in the building. Okay. In the church at large. Yes, ma'am.
Can you get the goat out of the sheep? Do you know?
Yes. Yes. Listen. Listen. We listen. 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 We were talking about that on the last smoke. We wasn't quite phrased that way. But the goat has to change the way they think. And then the goat has to kill the goat so that the sheep can live. The problem is the goat has tendencies that they like they can defend themselves. Sheep can't defend themselves. Goats like to fight back. Right? So we have some characteristics that the goat, watch this, empowers us. That's why the goat live in the church. And I'm trying to get rid of all the shoats, but you know. Anyway, okay. So Samuel. Oh man. Okay, good. I lost my sermon. So Samuel runs to him a third time. Did you call? And now after the third time, Jackie, Eli finally recognized God talking is just not to him. Why does it take so many times for us to recognize God? You went way back. Some people don't even know what you just meant. Probably just me and you know what you just meant. Pat might not even know. See? Yes. Dull. Slow responding. But the question is, though, why are you not recognizing? Why are you not hearing God? Why does God have to say something multiple times for you to recognize that it's God? I don't know why I keep forgetting this word, but why do we need so many confirmations? You know what's amazing? I've never said that. Never. I say it a lot jokingly, or when I'm intentionally being rebellious, like when God say put a church in Granite City. Well, I need confirmation, right? So, right. But that's me intentionally being rebellious. I really don't need a confirmation. I'm just being stubborn. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Open your eyes.
Is it fair to say, I know God wasn't talking to Eli.
No.
Now, I understand that doing everything going on, Eli probably wasn't talking to God for a while either.
He probably was talking to God. God just wasn't talking back.
Well, God wasn't talking back. So,
because remember, even in that time, they prayed 3 times a day.
Right. So my question would be, like you said before, if I came to you and said, God told me to jump off the building, you going to tell me to make sure it was God?
I will say that to everybody but Margaret.
So my question is it fair to say that Eli really didn't realize it was God? And I mean, if my son came and woke me up and said, what you want, daddy? Did you call me daddy? And I say, no, I'll go back to bed. And he come back a second time, I'm gonna get up and look around my house.
But see, I would hope you wouldn't. My hope would be that your relationship with God would be so tight that you know how he operates. And since you have been in this position before, maybe a memory should have been triggered. Right? You have been in situations where you've heard God speak to you when nobody else, when he wasn't talking to nobody else in the house. So when you hear somebody else, when Braden come to you and say, what you called me for? Even if you don't get it the first time, then you'd have a deep conversation. But the second time, something in you should trigger because you should know how God operates.
Okay.
based on your relationship and your communication.
My next question is,
You came up to the mic with 2 questions.
yeah, because I knew you were probably gonna say something like that. Also, were they the only 2 in the house? Because just because Eli didn't call him, Eli that don't mean somebody else could have called him.
Well,
So I'm
no.
asking the question because I'm saying my thing is
I'll get
I understand what you're saying. I'm
No,
not trying to
You
push
are.
back on the,
You are.
No,
You
no,
are.
no, I'm not.
That's why you. So my question to you, since we're asking questions, if there were other people in the house, wouldn't it make more sense that Eli said, "Boy, quit acting crazy"? More so, he said, "Maybe that was such and such. Maybe that was such and such," or
So they were only 2 in the house.
don't know, or leads to the other side of it. Maybe God kind of sounded like Eli because that was the voice that he was used to hearing. And so he knew it wasn't nobody else. Or, thirdly, he didn't answer to nobody else. So other people ain't going to stand and call him. So this is not about Samuel.